Hi everyone, Teacher Laura here. We are going to be looking at reading 4A. Reading 4A, and this is on page 58 in your textbook. Page 58. So before we start reading the text, we are going to do what good readers do. What do good readers do before they start reading? They preview the text. So pre means before and view means to look. So it means that we look at the text before we start reading. So good readers preview a text before reading. Okay, what are we looking for here? Well, we're looking for text features. Text features. What are text features? Text features are part of the reading that is not the main text. So not the words in the paragraphs. We're going to take our time and read those later. But right now we're looking at the other parts that are not the main text. And these parts will help us understand the meaning and the organization of the text. So we need to understand what is the main idea and how are these ideas organized. This helps us to organize our brains to receive information and also to organize any notes that we might be taking. So first thing I'm going to look at in my reading is I want to find the title. So the title hopefully is in nice big letters at the top of the reading. So here it says Sacred Summits. Now if I don't understand any words in the title, now is a really good time to look up the words. So I know from my vocabulary homework that summit is the top of a mountain, and I also know that sacred means holy. So sacred summits. Holy summits, so something that is special, maybe spiritual or religious. So this is interesting, sacred summits. So it's going to be something spiritual here. Okay, next thing I'm going to look at after I've looked at my title is I'm going to look at any headings. So here is a heading. Now a heading is like a little title. Okay, and here I have one. It says Symbol of Japan. So I can guess that this reading is going to be about Japan. Now I'm going to flip over because whenever there's one heading, there is often another. So if I flip over the page, I see, oh yeah, here's another heading. Mexico's Threatening Mountain. So I have one half of the reading is going to be about Japan. And then the other half of the reading is going to be about Mexico. So if I'm taking notes, writing things down, I might want to divide my paper into two parts, Japan and Mexico. Okay, next thing I want to look at, I want to look at the pictures. Okay, most interesting part on this page. So here I have a picture. We would call it a graphic. A graphic is any kind of picture. Photograph, drawing, diagram, graph, that is a graphic. And this particular graphic is a photograph. So I am going to look at the photograph. What do I see? I see beautiful mountain, I see beautiful countryside, and then I see some sort of structure that makes me think of Japan. And how am I going to find out information about this picture? Where do I look? What mountain is this? Where is this? I'm suspecting it's Japan, but I don't know. I would look at the caption. So what is a caption? A caption, the words that describe the picture. So here I have a caption that says Mount Fuji, an active volcano in Japan, I was right, last erupted in 1707, sending large clouds of ash into the air. Japan's native religion, Shintoism, considers Fuji to be a sacred place. Ah, I see a connection already. Okay, sacred summits. So this is going to be about Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji is going to be the symbol of Japan, and it's going to be spiritual. So I'm already making some connections and understanding some main ideas here. Okay, let's flip over and see if I have the same thing on the other page. So here I also have a picture of a volcano. I know it's a volcano because it's erupting. And I also have a caption down here. My caption says, the second highest peak in Mexico, Mount Popocatépetl, sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly, you will correct me tomorrow, I'm sure, is about 70 kilometers, less than 45 miles southeast of Mexico City, and can sometimes be seen from the nation's capital. Okay, so that caption is telling me which mountain this is. Now, it doesn't say anything about spiritual or religious meaning. Let's see what my heading is. Mexico's threatening mountain. Okay, this doesn't sound very spiritual to me. It sounds very dangerous because I know threat means danger. So this is a picture which is quite different to the other one. This is beautiful, peaceful, calm, serene. I can imagine having a religious experience, meditating, doing yoga near this mountain. This mountain, I don't want to spend any time close to this, being spiritual. This seems like a very dangerous place. So I might have two very different ideas here in this text. Okay, here I also have a quotation. So this says, what we're trying to learn are the symptoms signaling that El Popo will erupt. Oh, okay, so they're trying to predict the eruption. Sounds like the mountain is very threatening, very dangerous. Okay, they are looking at the symptoms like a doctor would look at your symptoms to diagnose you and tell you what is the matter. They are looking at the symptoms of the mountain. Okay. All right, what else do we have here? Footnotes. So these little numbers at the bottom actually give me extra information, and they are going to match up with little numbers in the text. So it says here, if you evacuate from a place, you leave as quickly as possible because of danger. And number 2, if you appease people, you try to stop them from being angry by giving them something they want. So to understand the word, I'm going to try and make a connection. So if my kids are angry and frustrated, and we're in Meijer going shopping, I might try and appease them by giving them a snack. Hopefully a healthy snack, right? I'm trying to appease them, stop them from being angry by giving them an apple or a cheese stick, something that they want. So these numbers here correspond to numbers in the text. So I can see a little red number 1 up here, evacuate. So when I read evacuate, I can look down here. These numbers match. And this number tells me this footnote matches this word and gives me extra information. And here it's a definition. So there's number 1. Now number 2 will come after it. So number 2 is here, to appease. This means to stop someone from being angry. All right, so we've done footnotes, quotations, headings, captions, graphics. That's a lot. And then my paragraphs are over here. The one thing to notice about this book is each paragraph has a letter, A, B, C. This will be similar to tests that you take. This is because we can then all talk about paragraph A, paragraph B, paragraph C. If somebody has a question in paragraph D, we all know where to look. So that's another text feature. It helps us to navigate around the text. It also helps us when they ask questions, what is paragraph C mainly about? We can look at paragraph C. So that's the purpose of the letters by the paragraphs there. Okay, so we talked about text features. We predicted what these paragraphs might be about. We know good readers preview the text. So now we've looked at it, we can decide that if this is an informational text. An informational text or writing. We can also call it expository. So an informational text or an expository text or writing communicates facts and information in a clear and logical way. So this is not going to tell us a story. It's not going to necessarily make us laugh. This is going to give us facts and information. Okay? So the next thing I might want to think about is, well, are these two mountains going to be the same or are they going to be different? Are they giving us two examples of the same thing or are they giving us two mountains that are different in some way. So we might be comparing, thinking about what is the same, and contrasting what is different. So those are all things that I think about before I start reading a text. The other thing I probably want to do is go through and look at the red words. Now these red words are vocabulary words. So if I don't know what they mean, now is a good time to review my homework or check out in my dictionary what they mean. Okay, so predicting. Let's take a look at predicting. This is something you do before you read. You predict. What is it going to be about? You are going to read about two volcanoes. Look quickly at the title. We did that. The headings. Yep. And the captions on page 58 to 60. Yep, we did that. Check the topics you think you'll read about. Now, we don't all have to agree here, but I think because of the word sacred, and again, the mentioning of Japan's native religion, I think we're going to read about religious beliefs, at least for Japan. Okay, why scientists are concerned. Well, let's see. Concern, I remember we had the word threatening over here. And we had scientists trying to look at the signals because they're worried it's going to erupt. So I think, yes, scientists might be concerned. How volcanoes erupt, I didn't really see anything about that. I didn't see a diagram or step by step. I'm not sure. So maybe not. And then threats to tourism. And I see threats to locals. So a threat is a danger. So we had Mexico's threatening mountain. Well, I'm going to check both of those because I think there's some kind of threats here. And then recent eruptions. Well, I remember Mount Fuji last erupted in 1707, and that was not recent. That was a long time ago. Recent means happened a few years ago. And then, I don't really know. I see if I look at the text here, AD 820, the last great eruption, that was a long time ago. Anno Domini AD, 820. No, I don't think so. I don't think they're going to be recent eruptions. So that's my prediction. Am I going to be wrong on some of these? Sure. But what I need to do is after I've done reading, I go back and I see where was I correct, where was I wrong. Okay, the other thing we have to do before we read is definitions. So this is a vocabulary exercise. Read the caption on this page. So this is my caption. Okay, read the caption on this page and match the words in bold. These are the word in bold right here with their definitions. So I have active, an active volcano. Well, I think an active volcano is one that is rumbling and smoking and sending up fire. Erupted, the volcano in Japan last erupted, so I think erupted means to explode, in 1707, sending large clouds of ash. Well, a cloud of ash, I think, is like the little pieces of burned substance that you get in a fire. And then it says, the native religion, Shintoism, considers Fuji to be a sacred place. Well, I think this means a holy place. Okay, so let's take a look. For a volcano, it threw out melted rock and smoke. So which of those words means it threw out melted rock and smoke? I'll give you a second to think about it. Well, this is a past tense verb. Threw is the past tense of throw. And melted rock and smoke, these are the two things that it threw out. So I think that is describing an eruption. So it threw out is another word for erupted. Okay, number 2, used to describe a volcano that could erupt at any time. So this describes what kind of volcano? Is it an ash volcano, a sacred volcano, or an active volcano? If it can erupt at any time. I think it's an active volcano. Okay, number 3, believed to be related to a god or gods and given respect. So if something is related to gods or is given respect, I think that is sacred. Which means that the powder that is left after something burns, you see this in a fire, if you have a campfire outside or a fire in your home, underneath the wood is all that powder, and that powder is going to be ash. Okay, good job everybody. You have now completed your preview.